Good morning, everyone. Imagine a version of you just a little stronger, a little more focused, a little more prepared for life's challenges. Now picture that version of you, growing every single day. It might sound small, even too simple to be significant, just 1% better each day. But think about it: if you improve by just 1% every day, that adds up. Day by day, you're adding layers of strength, discipline, and knowledge. In 1 month, 1 year, you'll be unrecognizable from where you stand today. And that's the beauty of the journey we're talking about, a journey without a finish line, one where growth is our destination. There is no finish line in personal growth. Personal growth is often imagined as a destination, a state of arrival, where you've learned everything you need to know and achieved all your goals. But in reality, growth is a journey without a finish line. It's about embracing a mindset of lifelong learning, continually seeking to better ourselves, adapt to change, and find new ways to evolve. This understanding can be liberating because it frees us from the pressure of perfection and instead shifts our focus to the value of the journey itself. Life becomes an ongoing quest for self-discovery, resilience, and adaptability. Growth without a finish line allows us to be curious, which is one of the most powerful forces for self-improvement. Each day offers new experiences, new knowledge, and fresh perspectives that can expand our understanding of ourselves and the world. When we commit to lifelong growth, we embrace each day as an opportunity to learn. Imagine the impact of small daily learning: a new idea, a refined skill, a shift in perspective. Over time, these small pieces accumulate, shaping us into individuals who are wise, adaptable, and resilient. Think of people who are known for their constant pursuit of knowledge and self-betterment, visionaries like Leonardo da Vinci, who explored diverse fields and never stopped seeking new ideas and techniques. Or athletes who, even at the peak of their careers, continue to refine their skills and study their game, knowing that mastery is never complete. These people understand that there's no perfect state. Rather, the goal is to keep evolving, challenging their limits, and finding satisfaction in the effort itself. Viewing growth as an endless journey also means embracing the joy of discovery. When there's no endpoint, we're free to set new goals as we progress, celebrating each step as a milestone on a much larger path. It's not about being done, it's about appreciating where we are right now, knowing that there's more to learn and accomplish. This approach helps us avoid stagnation and keeps us actively engaged in our lives, looking for ways to adapt, to improve, and to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. When we accept that there is no finish line, we also build resilience. Life is full of unexpected changes, and if we're rigid in our pursuit of a particular end goal, we might feel defeated or lost when plans don't go as expected. But if we're committed to continuous growth, we're better equipped to handle adversity, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. This resilience allows us to face uncertainty with confidence, adapting to new circumstances rather than fearing them. In practical terms, embracing this endless journey means setting incremental, achievable goals that build on each other. We might start with small steps, developing a new skill, improving a habit, or working on our mindset. Each of these goals brings us closer to becoming the best versions of ourselves, but we never reach a point of completion. Instead, we evolve, expanding our horizons as we go. We learn to appreciate the process, focusing on the joy of growth rather than racing toward a finish line that doesn't exist. Ultimately, a life without a finish line is one filled with possibilities. Each new day, we have the opportunity to be better than we were yesterday, to push a little further, to understand a little more deeply. This mindset transforms the way we live. It encourages us to be curious, resilient, and humble, recognizing that no matter how much we grow, there will always be room to learn more. And this journey, this never-ending quest for growth, becomes the most rewarding adventure of all. Resilience is built over time. Resilience is often seen as an innate quality, something we either have or don't have. But in reality, resilience is built through experience, especially when we commit to improving ourselves a little bit each day. Just as physical muscles grow stronger with regular training, our mental and emotional resilience strengthens when we challenge ourselves to keep moving forward, even on difficult days. Daily progress, no matter how small, helps build the habits, perspectives, and inner strength necessary to navigate life's obstacles. Resilience develops over time, through consistent effort and the willingness to face discomfort. Imagine someone who decides to take up running. At first, it's tough. Their muscles ache, their stamina is low, and every step feels like a challenge. But day by day, as they run a little further, they build endurance. Eventually, what once felt impossible becomes natural, even enjoyable. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of showing up, pushing forward, and embracing the gradual process of growth. Similarly, emotional resilience is built by facing life's challenges head-on, no matter how small they may seem. Each time we step out of our comfort zone, we're strengthening our ability to handle adversity. For instance, if someone is nervous about public speaking, each speaking opportunity, no matter how minor, helps them become a little braver, a little more composed. Each experience teaches them something new, building their resilience so they're better equipped for bigger challenges in the future. Small, consistent efforts also help us build resilience because they show us that we're capable of progress, even in difficult times. When life gets hard, it's tempting to give up, especially if we're not seeing instant results. But by committing to a 1% improvement, we teach ourselves that progress is always possible, even in the smallest increments. This knowledge is empowering. It builds confidence, proving that we have the ability to face setbacks and come back stronger. Resilience also benefits from a flexible mindset. If we set rigid, all-or-nothing goals, we're likely to feel disheartened when things don't go as planned. But if our goal is simply to keep growing, even by 1%, we can adapt our approach as circumstances change. We can find new ways to improve, even if our original plan needs to be adjusted. This flexibility allows us to maintain our momentum, ensuring that we're always moving forward, even if it's in a new direction. Building resilience through small daily efforts is especially powerful in relationships, careers, and personal goals. In relationships, for example, each day we might practice empathy, patience, and understanding. Over time, these efforts create a foundation of trust and connection that can weather any storm. In our careers, resilience is developed through persistence, continuing to learn, adapt, and improve even in the face of setbacks or failures. Each small step reinforces our commitment, proving to ourselves that we're capable of growth, no matter what challenges come our way. Ultimately, resilience is a skill, one that we build piece by piece, day by day. It's not about never facing hardship, it's about developing the strength to keep moving forward, to bounce back, and to stay committed to our goals. By focusing on small daily improvements, we not only enhance our abilities but also strengthen our character, equipping ourselves to handle whatever life throws our way. Resilience becomes our foundation, empowering us to face life with courage, determination, and hope. Embrace the power of consistency. Consistency is the quiet force behind almost every success story. While big breakthroughs and sudden achievements are celebrated, they are often the result of consistent, small efforts accumulated over time. Embracing the power of consistency means committing to daily improvement, knowing that each small action brings you closer to your goals. Consistency builds habits, creates momentum, and makes progress inevitable. It may seem simple, but it's one of the most challenging and rewarding aspects of personal growth. When we think about success in any field, consistency is always a common thread. Take an athlete, for example. Their strength, endurance, and skill are not the result of a single workout, but rather years of dedicated, consistent training. Day after day they show up, whether they feel motivated or not. The same principle applies to personal growth. By committing to improve yourself just 1% daily, you harness the power of consistency, ensuring that, over time, you're building a foundation of skills, knowledge, and resilience. One of the greatest benefits of consistency is that it reduces the need for motivation. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes based on mood, energy levels, and circumstances. If we rely solely on motivation, progress becomes unpredictable. However, by focusing on consistent action, even on days when motivation is low, we build discipline. Discipline is what keeps us going long after the initial excitement of a goal fades, and it's what allows us to achieve remarkable things over time. Consistency also allows for incremental growth without overwhelming us. Large goals can feel daunting, especially if we try to tackle them all at once, but by breaking them down into daily actions, we make the process manageable. If your goal is to write a book, sitting down to write a chapter in a single session can feel impossible. However, committing to write just a little each day, perhaps even a page or a paragraph, makes the task achievable. Over time, these small efforts add up to something substantial, and the process itself becomes more sustainable and enjoyable. Another powerful aspect of consistency is how it compounds over time. Just as compound interest grows wealth, consistent efforts accumulate, creating exponential results. The small actions we take daily might not seem impactful at first, but over weeks, months, and years, they lead to significant transformation. This compounding effect means that each step forward builds on the last, bringing us closer to our goals more quickly than we might realize. It's a process that rewards patience and persistence. Consistency is also essential for building confidence. Every day that you stick to your commitment, you prove to yourself that you're capable of following through. This reinforces self-trust, which is a vital part of personal growth. When we know we can rely on ourselves to take action consistently, we approach challenges with greater confidence, knowing that we have the discipline to persevere, even in difficult times. In practical, embracing consistency requires setting realistic, sustainable goals. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but rather about identifying actions you can commit to daily. Start small, perhaps it's a few minutes of reading, a brief workout, or a short journaling session. As these actions become habits, you can gradually increase them, but the key is to prioritize regularity over intensity. This creates a foundation of steady progress, and before long, you'll find that what once felt like a small effort has become a natural part of your routine. The power of consistency is in its ability to transform our lives gradually, from the inside out. Each day, as you take that small step forward, you're laying bricks that will eventually build a structure of achievement, resilience, and self-discipline. By focusing on consistent improvement, you're not only reaching your goals but also developing the strength of character to keep growing. Embrace consistency and trust that the small steps you take today are the foundation of a stronger, more resilient tomorrow. Celebrate small wins. In the pursuit of personal growth, it's easy to get caught up in the end goal and overlook the importance of small victories. However, celebrating small wins is crucial for staying motivated and recognizing the progress we're making along the way. Small wins are the building blocks of big achievements, and each one represents a step forward. By taking the time to acknowledge and celebrate these moments, we reinforce positive habits, build confidence, and maintain momentum toward our larger goals. Celebrating small wins shifts our focus from what we haven't achieved yet to what we've accomplished so far. This is powerful because it helps us stay present and grounded in the journey, rather than getting overwhelmed by how far we still have to go. Imagine someone learning a new language. It's easy to feel discouraged if fluency seems distant. But if they celebrate each new word or phrase they learn, they stay motivated. These small achievements remind them that they are progressing, and each victory becomes a reminder of what they're capable of. Psychologically, celebrating small wins has a profound impact on our motivation and self-confidence. When we recognize our progress, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This dopamine boost not only makes us feel good but also encourages us to keep working toward our goals. By celebrating our small wins, we're training our brains to associate effort with reward, creating a positive feedback loop that reinforces our commitment to growth. Small wins also build momentum. Every time we celebrate an accomplishment, no matter how minor, we're fueling our motivation to keep going. This momentum is especially valuable on difficult days when progress feels slow. By acknowledging even the smallest step forward, we remind ourselves that we're moving in the right direction. This sense of forward movement is essential for resilience, as it helps us stay focused and motivated, even when the journey gets tough. In addition to boosting motivation, celebrating small wins also strengthens our self-trust. Each win reinforces the idea that we are capable of setting goals and achieving them. Over time, these small victories build our self-esteem, allowing us to approach bigger challenges with confidence. When we look back on our progress, we see a trail of small wins that demonstrate our dedication, persistence, and growth. This reflection strengthens our belief in our abilities, empowering us to set and pursue even greater goals. Celebrating small wins also encourages a mindset of gratitude. By acknowledging the progress we're making, we cultivate a sense of appreciation for our efforts and the journey itself. This gratitude keeps us grounded, reminding us to value the process as much as the outcome. It helps us realize that growth is not just about reaching the destination, but also about enjoying each step along the way. In practice, celebrating small wins can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your progress. You might write down each accomplishment in a journal, share it with a friend, or reward yourself with a small treat. The act of celebration doesn't need to be grand, it just needs to be meaningful to you. By consistently recognizing these achievements, you're building a habit of self-acknowledgement that will support you through both the highs and lows of personal growth. Ultimately, each small win is a reminder that you're on the right path. By celebrating these moments, you're honoring your commitment to growth, resilience, and self-improvement. You're reminding yourself that every step forward, no matter how small, is worth acknowledging. And in doing so, you're creating a mindset of positivity, motivation, and gratitude that will fuel your journey for years to come. Remember, you're better than yesterday. When striving for personal growth, it's easy to get caught up in what we still want to achieve or improve. However, one of the most empowering mindsets you can adopt is recognizing that each day you're a little better than you were the day before. This perspective shifts the focus from self-criticism to self-appreciation, reminding you to honor the progress you've made, however small. By consistently looking back on your journey, you'll see that each day's effort, each 1% improvement has added up to real, meaningful change. Reminding yourself that you're better than yesterday fosters a growth-oriented mindset. Instead of fixating on perfection or how far you still have to go, this approach celebrates progress. Think of it as building a foundation of self-trust each day. You're investing in yourself, and each bit of effort is a building block in a larger structure of self-improvement. This mindset helps you cultivate patience, knowing that growth isn't about overnight transformations but steady, day-by-day advancements. When you focus on being better than yesterday, you're more likely to notice and appreciate small victories. Perhaps yesterday you felt hesitant to speak up in a meeting, but today you contributed a thought. Or maybe yesterday you struggled to complete your workout, but today you went a little further. Each small victory, when acknowledged, becomes a source of encouragement. By reflecting on these moments, you reinforce the belief that progress is happening, and that each step forward is worth celebrating. Another benefit of this mindset is that it strengthens self-compassion. Too often, we're our own harshest critics, quick to dwell on our shortcomings or failures. But by focusing on daily improvement, we learn to see ourselves through a more forgiving lens. Recognizing that we're better than yesterday encourages us to look at our past selves with kindness. Instead of viewing mistakes as failures, we see them as valuable lessons that contributed to our growth. This self-compassion builds resilience, enabling us to move forward with optimism and determination, even when faced with challenges. Remembering that you're better than yesterday also empowers you to handle setbacks with grace. Life's path is rarely a straight line, and there will be days when progress feels slower, or when we stumble and face challenges. But even on tough days, knowing that you're better than yesterday can serve as a powerful reminder that setbacks are temporary. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you're building strength, learning, and growing. This perspective transforms setbacks into stepping stones, showing that each experience, even the difficult ones, has value. Focusing on being better than yesterday encourages a reflective practice that is vital for long-term growth. Taking time to look back on your day, perhaps by journaling or simply reflecting, allows you to identify what you've accomplished, what you've learned, and what you'd like to work on next. This daily reflection serves as a guide, helping you recognize patterns, celebrate progress, and set small goals for tomorrow. By making reflection a habit, you're continually reinforcing the idea that growth is a daily practice and that each day offers new opportunities to improve. This mindset also creates a positive feedback loop. Each day that you recognize improvement, you're reinforcing a belief in your ability to grow. This belief strengthens your motivation, making you more likely to take further positive actions. The result is a cycle of self-reinforcement, where each day's progress builds on the last. Over time, this approach compounds, leading to meaningful, lasting change that stems from a foundation of self-trust and positivity. On a practical level, remembering that you're better than yesterday can be as simple as acknowledging one small improvement each day. This could be a skill you're developing, a mindset you're adopting, or even an act of kindness you extended. For example, if you're learning a new language, take a moment to appreciate each word or phrase you've mastered. If you're working on your physical health, acknowledge every workout, every healthy meal, and every bit of progress you make. These acknowledgements build a powerful sense of achievement, reminding you that growth is happening, even if it's gradual. Ultimately, reminding yourself that you're better than yesterday instills a sense of gratitude for the journey of self-improvement. It encourages you to appreciate who you are today, while still looking forward to who you'll become. Each day you're a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more capable than before. This mindset doesn't just celebrate the destination, it honors every step along the way. And in doing so, it makes the journey of growth as fulfilling as the goals themselves. The journey of self-improvement is a lifelong pursuit, one that doesn't require massive leaps but small, steady steps. By committing to just 1% better each day, we embrace the idea that growth is not about reaching an end point, it's about continuous, daily progress. There's no finish line, only milestones along the way that remind us of how far we've come. Each moment of consistency, each small victory, and each step forward, however modest, compounds over time to create a life of resilience, achievement, and fulfillment. By celebrating our small wins, we fuel ourselves with motivation and gratitude, knowing that each of these tiny achievements strengthens us. And when we look back, we see that the person we are today is better, stronger, and wiser than the person we were yesterday. Embracing this journey teaches us patience, self-compassion, and the courage to face challenges head-on. Remember, the process is the reward, and each day offers a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to be a little better. So let's honor our progress, celebrate our resilience, and keep moving forward. Because in the end, the only person we're competing with is the person we were yesterday. And as long as we're willing to improve just a little bit each day, there's no limit to who we can become. The journey of self-improvement doesn't end, but with each step, we get closer to the best version of ourselves. Keep going, and know that every effort, no matter how small, is building something extraordinary within you.